Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quotable Podcast. In today's gridiron match, we have two longtime rivals, Morgan the Stallion versus Dutch, a.k.a. Cerebral Palsy. Hold on to your butts, everyone, because there's no way we're getting through this one without any necessary roughness. Well, this is going to be an interesting one.
Man, dude, that was a solid opening.
All right.
I like it.
I will take it. This has been one of my favorite movies for a while. I've always been, and it's weird to say because I'm not a big fan of sports. Like, as long as you've known me, I've never been a sports guy, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, we've never really talked about football, baseball, anything because, I mean, you don't really follow.
But for some reason, I love sports-themed movies. Like, from this one. Like,
that's because they get it right. I mean, just like this one, just like any other sports movie out there, it is... You have someone that's going to be aging in some certain way. Then they're asked to be brought back to essentially help save the day. Then there's going to be a love story somewhere. Then there's going to be someone that quits or gets upset with someone else on said team. And they leave. But then they come back like in the clutch and totally dominate. And then it's a moral story all around.
Yes. There's usually somebody that has a lack of self-confidence that has to come back and prove that they are actually worthy to be on the team.
I'm still relevant.
Mr. Stonehands over here.
Don't throw it to Stonehands.
But this was, I would say, in the height of Scott Bakula's career.
Oh, easily.
I think he may have still been doing Quantum Leap at this time.
I believe that he was, and maybe left Quantum Leap right, or if he wasn't doing it, then he left it right around, but he was at like Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh, so yeah, that's right. He did do Star Trek.
Yeah, so he's still, like, he's in there somewhere.
He's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, he was making moves.
Listen.
Still making moves.
I've always been a fan of Scott. The Bakula.
Yep.
And he did a great job in this one.
He did. I mean, aging quarterback. How's the arm, kid? 34 years old. I haven't thrown a football in years. Well, good. It's well rested.
Which is funny because at the beginning of the movie, you see him practicing in his field.
Yeah. And to me, that just kind of seems like he goes out there and does that every day.
I would not be surprised.
That's an everyday thing.
Yes.
Like, he probably goes out there before his ranch hands get there to help him out. And just throws the football for an hour.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Split those double eights, baby.
Yeah, I just, something to keep the arm loose, keep it worked out, feeling good.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling fantastic.
This is not too different than most of the underdog stories as far as, like, football movies go.
Right.
But, yeah, you've got him. He was in high school, and he was one of the greats. He never lost a high school game, according to him.
Yeah.
You never saw him play.
Yeah, we never saw the stat sheets.
No. It's all speculation up to this point.
But you do find that Suzanne Carter, I think was her name, totally had a crush on him in high school.
And this part is weird. This is something that we both agree on, is that they both act like they don't recognize one another.
Well, he definitely doesn't recognize her because she went to Hollican High, which was a totally different high school than he went to. But he was the star quarterback of his high school. So their introduction to each other in the movie is when she pegs him in the head with a racquetball. And I'm in firm belief, like, I don't look, aside from the beard now, I really don't look all that different than when I did in high school.
I look totally different.
It's a good plastic surgeon then.
Yeah.
Damn fine.
Yes.
Damn fine work.
That I tipped them. Just a tip.
But I can't imagine that, someone changed that drastically to where it'd be like, no, I have no idea who you are. So, I follow some people on Facebook, and it's like we went to the same high school and everything, but then I look at them and I'm like, I don't know who you are. I have no clue who you are.
So, based on the storyline, it would have been about 16 years after the two of them graduated. I'm assuming they were in the same class. Like they graduated the same year.
Yeah.
I mean.
I think that's what he said because when Wally went out to his house or went to his ranch to recruit him to play football, he was like, "Yeah, you came out here about 16 years ago, trying to recruit me for Penn State." He's like, "I left an impression then."
He left something. That's for sure. But you got Robert I don't know.
Loggia.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's either Loggia or Loggia. I don't know, but it's Italian, so I would think
Loggia.
Either Loggia or Loggia.
But I've always had a tremendous respect for him as an actor because every role that he plays, he's never like intentionally funny.
No.
But he is so funny.
Well, in this movie, it's kind of over the top funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of... I've never seen him this funny. Like, I've seen him deliver funny lines, but I've never seen him act like he did in this movie, where it was, I mean, really good, quick one-lines.
But he's another one, just like if you listen to our last episode, Leslie Nielsen, where he has that knack of just delivering a line that's super funny, but just keeping it straight.
Right.
And for those of you who may not recognize him by name, you definitely recognize him by face. And he played the hotel manager in Pretty Woman.
Yes, he did.
You may remember him from that.
But it's one of those, like I said, his one-liners in this movie are fantastic. When the head coach, Coach Ed Gennaro, played by Hector Elizondo, is trying to teach, or not teach, but coach Featherstone. He's like, all right, fly pattern right. And Featherstone keeps dropping the ball. He's like, hey, it's okay, son. We'll work on it. He's like, let's try this. And he's like, yeah, maybe you can try holding onto the ball this time.
My favorite interaction between the two of them is the hospital scene.
Oh, yes.
Because he has a mild heart attack.
Yeah.
And gets rushed to the emergency room.
Well, at least that's what you think.
That's
how it comes across.
It's perceived.
Right.
It's all speculation.
It's hearsay at this point.
Yes. Henceforth, all of the above. What is it? Happenstance?
Yeah. Just by happenstance.
I fucking hate that word. Yeah, he's in the middle of making a salad, and then you see him reach for his shoulder, so you just assume, worst case scenario, he's having a major heart attack, and he gets rushed to the hospital, so he's got to make Ed coach for, just a temporary thing.
Wally doesn't see it that way.
Yeah.
Because he's like, here, I want to give you my playbook. And he's like, I'll cherish this forever. It's like,
that's
I'm
right.
not bequeathing it to you.
Yes, I'm not bequeathing it to you. I'm just loaning it to you.
Yeah, he's like, you have to coach the team tonight. And he's like, I can't, Ed. I'm not ready.
But when he first comes into the room, he's got the vase with flowers, and he says, Ed, it's Wally.
Yeah, it's
Wally, whatever the hell his last name.
like Wally Rigatori or something. He's like, it's Wally Rigatori.
He's like, I'm not in a coma.
Yeah, it's like, I know it's you, Wally.
I know who you are. But he's like, I got you these flowers. He's like, I had to charge them to your room though because I'm a little short this week. Oh my God! Like, why bother?
I know.
He doesn't need flowers. He's a dude.
But their interactions throughout the entire movie it's almost like best friend interactions.
You can tell that they've known each other for a while because even when they first meet up, when Ed goes to the college, and they see each other in the football stadium, and they're shouting at each other from across the field.
Yeah, and by like when he's talking, he was like, "Oh no, you'll handle the defense. I'll take the offense," and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be the big O, and I'll just be the little D."
Like, I see what you're doing here.
But then he's talking about when they go into the locker room, and he was talking about, he's like, what are you talking about? I had a head coaching job. And he was like, head coach in a high school in London really doesn't constitute a coaching job. He's like, he had to teach one hygiene class. But then Ed's comeback is, well, that's something you know nothing about. He's like, by the way, I hear you're off the sauce.
Well, baby steps.
No, so their interactions. I mean, honestly, my favorite part of the entire movie is when Wally's by himself and he tries to give like the motivational speeches. Like, because at first he's kind of trying to be like Ed. Because if you notice Ed going through game after game after game after game, they have a 10-game, I guess, roster for the year. So they have 10 games to play. They don't win any of them. So, but every single game, Ed is trying to stay positive. Come on, guys, let's go. Just give me 100%. Just do this. You fumble. Oh, it's okay, son. You'll do it better next time. So that's how Wally's trying to be. But Wally's not like that. I mean, you see that in the second game. I think it was the home game, and he's just kneeling down like on the side of the. He's like, "Come on, Wally, come on, you gotta stand up. I mean, come on, people are looking." He's like, "It's not many people, but they're looking." And he goes, "Nah." He's like, "If this wasn't fucking AstroTurf, I would dig myself a grave right here."
He's more of a realist,
yes,
to say the least.
But when he's trying to be motivational, he's trying to be like Ed. So when he's talking to the team before the last game, and he tells them, he's like, he suffered a slight heart attack. He's like, but, you know, the doctors, they don't know yet. And he's just kind of making it sound like it's just touch and go. And so when he finally tells the team, he was like, Ed Gennaro's last words to me were, win or I'll die. So then they go out and they're playing the game and stuff. And you can tell that he's uncomfortable because he's trying to be like Ed. He's got a suit on.
Which he's never worn a suit the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, normally 90% of the movie, when you see him, he's wearing a T-shirt, sweatpants that are pulled up to his knees with white tube socks on that are folded down and cleats. That's pretty much his attire.
That's what he's comfortable in. That's what he knows. And so this took him out of his comfort zone. This kind of prevented. He was so focused on trying to be more like Ed that he wasn't just being able to be a good coach, you know?
Right.
But after that first half, it led to one of the greatest speeches, man.
The halftime speech is a speech to be reveled in because even then, at the very beginning of the speech, he's trying to stay positive. He was like, Popke, give me my notes. He's like, oh, what are they? What coverage were they running here? And he's like, oh, it's a double-double. And he's like, a double-double. Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Well, all right. Well, it wasn't working. And then he's like, Mackenzie. He was like, yeah, you keep cutting left. He was like, cut right. He's like, it'll take you inside and it takes you off. And, you know, you can open up that lane. He's like, now let's just look at what's been working for us. And he's like,
slight pause.
Yeah. And he's like, not a goddamn thing's been working for us. He's like, this suit is not working for me.
This
fucking tie is not working for me.
This shirt.
He rips off his shirt. He's like, this goddamn shirt. He's like, you guys don't know what it's like to play hard-nosed football. He's like Ed Gennaro. Ed Gennaro went out there. He was a 140-pound halfback, which is unheard of. He's like, but he played like a goddamn wild man. No, he played like a rampaging fucking wild beast. He was like, you gotta rip their fucking heads off and shit down their throats. Let us pray. But it is one of those motivational things where you're like, oh my God, like, I felt that.
Yeah, because it's like, even though this is a comedy, it's a sports comedy film.
Right.
It's like, they still have aspects of a really good sports movie.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't dismiss this as a good sports movie, period, because they did a great job with it.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't like they just took this team of misfits and ended up winning the goddamn Super Bowl. You know, it's college football.
Yeah.
You know, they just didn't want to be the worst.
Yeah, and it's funny that you bring that up because I pointed it out this last time that we just watched it was, you know, they go 10 games in the season and they lose 8 of them, tie 1 game, and then the last game they actually win against the number 1 team. They're still in last place.
Yeah.
Like, they're still the worst.
they're lowest in the rankings, yes.
But for moral gratitude, they get to sit there and go, we beat the number 1 team in the world.
Right.
So at least we have that going for us.
So we don't know what's going to happen next season, everybody.
Yep, I have no idea.
Let's go back in time.
Now, the one thing that I did question, and I mean, I never brought it up to you, but when Rig goes out to talk to Paul Blake the first time, and he tells him, he's like, you never you never like registered as a freshman. He was like, so you could go and start playing freshman football. So is he going to just stay in college for 4 more years?
I think that's the idea.
I mean, it doesn't really get into it. They do get Andre Krim, who is at this time a teacher at the school. And they're like, oh, yeah. And Paul even tells him, he's like, you have a year of eligibility left. He's like, what? Play football? Nah. And he's the only one that seems like he has like some sense to him where it's like, you know, he knows what he wants to do. He wanted to go with a chemistry major. And, you know, he did. And now he's a teacher there. And he talks about how hard he worked. He's like, you know, I got my BS in 5 semesters, which is amazing. He's like, I got my PhD in...
Or master's. His master's was next.
Yeah, his master's in a year. And then he's like, and I got my... He's like, I'm halfway to my PhD. I mean, that's amazing. So it's like, you can see that he's actually one of those guys like, no, I'm working hard towards a goal.
But I like the, you know, conversation between the two of them. And Krim is played by Sinbad.
Yes.
And
not the sailor, the comedian.
If you're a Gen Xer... like we are, you know who we're talking about.
Yup.
But he's saying, like, what the hell are you doing taking this? It was like science, physics, or I can't remember, some kind of science.
Yeah. And he was
astronomy or something like that. He was either this or home ec.
He's like, oh, so you took the easy way out.
Yeah. Right? Is it, though? I can bake a pie. Damn it. But, you know, the whole premise of the movie is like they didn't want to have a team that's bought and paid for.
Right. And that's how the whole movie starts off. I mean, it's showing this amazing football team, but then it shows that every single player on the team had to be kicked off of the team because of buy-offs from booster clubs, steroid abuse, grade tampering. And it shows Ed Gennaro, and he's talking about these things, and he's saying, you know, they need to be punished. And, you know, rightfully so, they get punished. So it is one of those things that, you know, it does have that kind of moral aspect to it, which you even see later in the movie when they all, after their big tie, and they go to Edison's party, and they all have like those nice sports jackets on. Smoking jacket or whatever
you want to call them.
Yeah 100% cashmere.
Yep. Not breathable at all.
Nope. You are going to be sweating like a hog.
Don't play in these, folks.
Get used to this lifestyle. But then, I mean, Ed tells him, you know, you're not going to accept these gifts. Like, this is how it starts. It'll start with this, and then champagne, and then money, and no, he's like, I'm against all of this. And then that's where you have the moral dilemma with Paul Blake standing up and just saying, like, look, this is ridiculous. Like, you know, let these kids have some fun. Like, who gives a shit? You see the friction between the head coach and the quarterback.
Yeah, and I like how they kind of have the pairs of people that ended up rooming together, and you kind of see the people who are roommates interacting more with each other than, like, the rest of the team.
Right.
And even when Paul Blake first gets to the campus and he's trying to find his room, he passes by a couple of the rooms, and you see Samurai and then Sargi, according to the credits.
Yep.
You know, some military guy, and the one guy that they call Samurai, he's all into like karate and like that kind of lifestyle, which plays into his athletics and the way that he plays football.
I do like that when he walks kind of into the like group conjuring area,
like the common area.
Yeah, and he's standing there and he's like, excuse me, can you tell me where room 107 is? And the girl's like, oh, well, who's your kid? I probably know him. He's like, no, I'm not looking for my kid. I'm looking for my room.
He's like, what?
Yeah.
40-year-old?
Yeah. And then, but Jason Bateman's sitting there and he's like, yeah, maybe he knew Elvis.
And they play into the fact that he's a lot older than a lot of the students at this school. You know, there was even a line like later on in the movie, and they said something about him being the only one alive.
Rob Schneider says it. When he's talking about, he's like, Paul Blake, he was like the oldest person on the Armadillo team. He was still alive when the Beatles were still together.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, and that's another great aspect of this movie is like a young Rob Schneider.
A very young Rob Schneider.
Who gets to be the football announcer.
I mean, in all honesty, I would think that in this movie, Rob Schneider's 21, 22.
He was, yeah, he was very young. But, I mean, Jason Bateman was 22 when this movie came out.
Yeah.
And he looks very young, and it's like you see him now because he's stayed relevant for a very long time.
Yeah.
I feel like there was like a short spat where it's like, well, whatever happened to Jason Bateman? And then he was in like every movie.
I think it's because I may be wrong, and you, both of you that are listening can correct me on this in the comments.
You don't have to correct him.
Well, you can correct me in this in the comment section. At least then I know you're interacting. But
Please do.
I think he had a little bit of a drug problem at one point.
That's possible.
I think so. I think that's kind of what happened to him at that point in his career, where he like disappeared for a while. I think it was drug use.
Not as bad as Corey Feldman, but let's not open that one.
Yeah. God, Corey Feldman.
I like when Paul finds his room and he sees all like the Hawaiian decor on the door, and then he,
Lakaya mano mano.
Yeah, he knocks on the door, and then he hears the voice from the other side saying, "Come in."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he meets his roommate in Lakai.
Manu.
Mahu Manu.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, look, Laka Mahu Manu to you too.
He's like, no, that's my name. It means, he's like, I'm from Samoa, the big island.
Yeah.
Like, it means
the runts of the litter.
It's like the rest of my men in my family are very large.
Which he's a big ass dude.
He is a huge dude.
He's not super tall, but he's a big guy.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But I like how accommodating he was, because this is another play on the fact that Paul is older than everybody. He's being really nice. He's like, can I get you something to drink? I'd make you some Samoan tea.
Do you need an extra pillow? And he's like, what's with all the hospitality?
He's like, what's with all the attention?
Yeah. He's like, where I come from, we are taught to respect our elders.
He's like, well, I'm not that eld. But I like when he's trying to get up onto the top bunk and he can't do it.
So he just picks him up and lifts him
by his haunches. I just wanted to say haunches.
I'm sorry, Scott Bakula, but that scene will live on in infamy.
It was good. It was a good scene. I like it. So there's a couple of other standout scenes that I find very memorable, and that's when there's the infamous bar scene. Right. And I think this happens in a lot of sports movies. There's some scene with a rival team. I
was going to say, if you're about to say what I think you're going to say, then yes, it happens in every sports movie.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what the sport is.
No, not at all.
This is going to happen. The rival team will show up in whatever bar and just be like, oh, yeah, no, we were just here to get some drinks.
Christ, it even happened in Cool Runnings.
Yeah. And then a bar fight's going to break out.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you meet the, I guess you could call him the star of the Texas Colts.
Yeah. The flat top.
Yeah. The number one team, college team. And this dude has got the squarest head I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he does. My youngest kid even tried to point that out when we were watching it this past time. He was like, Dad, that looks just like you. And I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Not even a little.
But then he pointed to like each side of my face and he was like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Ha. And I've been thinking of killing myself ever since. So
yeah, well, I didn't see it. I didn't see what he was talking about. I even questioned him on it, and he's like, "Yeah, square."
Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking,
how can you argue with that?
I'm sitting there trying to think to myself. I'm like, man, I've always been told I have a kind of a round face, so I don't want to be a square face. That guy looks like my Honda Element.
Dude, he does. Oh my God, he does. He's got like a cleft palate too, which makes it even worse. But dude's got the biggest chin I've ever seen too.
On any man and or woman.
It's like they took somebody with a gigantic head.
They took my car and put a chin on it.
That's exactly what it did. What I was gonna say though, is they put somebody's face in Photoshop. And then they took the face portion and shrunk that down, but just left the ginormous head around it.
And whoever you are, fella out there, I mean, I am sorry, but I'm just sorry.
His name was weird too. It was like Tom White something.
Element White?
No, it was like
no, it was like White Knight.
White Knight. Yes.
I know it was White Knight, but I think in parenthetical form, it was like, Tom Element White Knight.
It has to be.
It's gotta be.
Well, it is now.
Yeah. Haven't seen him before. Haven't seen him since.
So yeah, you have the typical, okay, I'm the odd man out. I'm the old has-been football player guy. I can't connect with my team because I'm older than them.
Which happens in every sports movie.
Exactly, and this was no exception. But he ends up showing up anyway, and just to show his support for the team. Because before they were just talking about coming to this bar, Billy Bob's or whatever the hell it was called, which has an indoor rodeo.
Yeah. Indoor live rodeo, not a mechanical bull, people.
No, we're talking about the real stuff.
Yeah, these are real bulls.
Yep.
And I do like the one guy that it shows him like doing the bull riding. He flies off and he's like, whoa, yeah. And then Manu is sitting at the table and he's like, that was a hell of a ride. You must be hungry. And he's like, man,
he holds up this gigantic rib.
Yeah, and he's like, man, I ain't eating anything that I might have rode in here. And I don't know if you know who that guy is, but his name is Andrew. I know I'm going to slaughter this. And, sir, if you're listening, I'm sorry for slaughtering your last name.
Then just leave it at the first name.
It's Andrew Berninski, but he actually plays Christopher Walken's son in Batman Returns.
Really?
Yeah, he plays Chip.
Oh, there you go, folks. We're giving you trivia for days.
Merry Christmas.
It's only January.
I know. I'm getting a jump start on all this festivities.
I know. Which reminds me, we need to do another trivia episode.
That we do.
We've only got 11 months to prepare.
I know. Oh, it's going to be... I don't know if that's enough time.
I know. With our track record.
I know. I kind of have a feeling, like I could tell you right now, hey, Morgan, the week of June 16th, we are going to do a trivia episode. I guarantee on June 15th, you're going to be like, I have no questions.
I haven't even started.
And then I am going to look at you and be like, dude, I am in the same boat.
And then,
I haven't even thought about it.
And then we'll put on a movie, and then we'll be on our phones. Like, all right, I'm good. We're clutch men.
Yep.
You're a Dutch man. I'm a clutch man.
I can sit here and honestly tell you, man, God, I can pull it out in a clutch.
I did like the theme that we did last time.
Yes,
like we had to come up with a theme. It kept things interesting.
It did.
So I feel like if we did something like that again, I wouldn't be upset about it.
I know, and honestly, tell you the truth, I can still remember your theme, but I cannot remember what my theme was.
Yours was like treasure hunting.
Ah, god dang darn, it was.
It was.
Damn, you should have kept that as one of your questions.
Well, nope. Because you would have picked.
What was your theme last time? Dutch would be like, I don't know, gay porn.
Cornography, folks.
Someone took a picture of my cornfield.
It was very tasteful.
I'm finding it all over websites.
How hot and wet do you like your corn?
Okay. All right. That one got me. That one got me.
Of course, you have the lovely Kathy Ireland.
Oh, God. No, it's more than lovely.
Yep.
Oh.
She did stuff to me.
She still does stuff to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry that she's been married since like 1988, but still, bam.
She can't help it.
It's Kathy Ireland.
I know.
She's like the first supermodel. She's one of the first.
One of the first.
Yeah, I think I can't remember. I think Tyra Banks is the one, or no, it's Janice Dickerson.
Well, Cindy Crawford was like one of my first ones.
Yeah,
that I had hanging on my wall.
Well, I think the very first supermodel, because to hold the term supermodel you have to do like so many things.
It was Gia. And there was actually a movie that damn it.
Yeah, it was Gia Giopoulos or something. I don't know. It was like a Gigi thing.
Yeah, because Angelina Jolie did a movie about her life,
right?
And her addiction to like heroin and shit. Which was a very disturbing movie.
Yeah. But I do want to say that Kathy Ireland, I believe, might have been the first lady to ever grace Sports Illustrated, the cover of Sports Illustrated. I think she was the first one to do it like 3 different times, which made her like one of the very first like Sports Illustrated swimsuit models.
The trifecta.
Yep. She did it again.
Before there was Kate Upton, there was Kathy Ireland.
Way before Kate Upton.
Yeah, but
Kate Upton might have been born in 88.
But there's one thing that I pointed out to you, and I can't unhear it now, is the first time Ed meets up with Wally and they're talking, he says, "It's good to see you again." And Wally's just like, "Yeah." So I said to Dutch, I'm like, I'm going to start doing that now.
I honestly can't believe I've never picked up on that.
It's so funny because he does it again like later on.
Yeah. And I mean, I love, you and I have mentioned this numerous times, I love little overlooked lines. I think that those are the gold in any movie that you watch that you can find is an overlooked line.
Stuff that, and we've picked up on that even in our first episode. Like our favorite line from Office Space, which I think we've even said the wrong word, and we've brought this up before.
Yes.
Is when Tom says, "Well, okay."
Yeah.
But we've actually, I think
we've
actually
looked it
changed
up. It.
We changed it because apparently in the movie he says, "Well, all right." And there's no pause, but we add a pause when we say it.
Right.
And it's because we just picked up on that line because we thought it was so great. And with the pause, it makes it so much better.
It does.
Because it's, well, okay. Because we can use it for anything.
We can.
I mean, we still do.
Indeed.
Go on.
Well, okay.
It's so good. I can't not love it.
Yeah. And like any typical sports movie, well, not any typical sports movie, but especially when it comes to college sports, like this is about college football. You have the dean that just,
a dick.
Yeah, he does not want the football team to survive at all. And another overlooked line is when they finally have their team roster set up and Wally and Ed are going over it. And he was like, "Well, you can have this person, this. And then he was like, "Okay." And he was like, "And you can have Rigatoni." And then he was like, "Not Rigatoni." And here comes the dean. He was like, "Yeah, he had an incomplete summer school. So no pass, no play, right? That's our rule." And he's like, "Oh, we'll just take it to the board of, like a board of academics." He's like, "Yes, the board of academics is the way to go." It's like, I think they meet in July.
Or is it every other July?
But then when he starts talking like more and more, he looks over at Wally and he's like, "Well, sorry, Wally, but you lost this person." And he's like, "Yeah, Wally. It is Wally, right?" And he's like, "You can call me Walter."
Yeah.
But then when he was like, "How do you expect us to field a team if you're cutting all our players?" And he's like, "I don't." I enjoy throwing the "I don't" and the little eyebrow raise is an overlooked line because now the only thing that I can see is James Bond when he was like, "Oh, how do you expect me to win?" He'd be like, "I don't. I expect them to die." And that is the only thing I can see because that guy would be the perfect Bond villain.
Yeah, but you have to say it like Bane now.
Yeah.
I expect them to die. So
that's it. We're remaking The Dark Knight Rises.
We are. We love mashing up movies because certain points in movies will remind us of other movies. And It's like you'll hear a line that just seems incomplete.
It does.
And we can't help but throw that completion in there.
Yeah.
And it just made sense the way that you did it.
Yeah, because it makes more sense to say that. It doesn't make any sense just to be like, "Well, how do you expect us to field a team?" Be like, "I don't." And then you turn around and leave? That's not a line.
Yeah.
And it's like, "How do you expect us to do that?" And you're like, "I don't expect you to do it. I expect you to die."
Or worse, lose. But you'll recognize the guy that plays the dean too, because he's an asshole in every movie that he's ever done.
Yes, pretty much everything.
And
I think he was also in Pretty Woman.
I think so. Oh,
He was the asshole.
No,
he was listed as asshole 1.
Jason Alexander.
No, but I think he's in it as well.
Huh.
I'll have to go back and double check. I'll double check my records.
This will be our poll question.
Yes.
Who's a bigger asshole? Jason Alexander in Pretty Woman or this douche?
In Pretty Woman.
Possibly in Pretty Woman.
I am pretty sure that he is in Pretty Woman.
You know what? I had the same thought, so it's very possible.
I mean, I could be entirely wrong because I was doing the Google machine for quite a few different actors.
When did you get the Google?
Oh, yesterday.
19 aughts.
No, actually picked it up at 9 o'clock last night.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, stepping up in the world.
I know, I'm Googling everything.
You should Google Dutch. But yeah, you got the asshole dean who wants the team to fail, which I don't even know why he wants them to fail.
Just because I think mainly, they probably didn't get into it, but my only guess is because of the fact that he was most likely a nerd in school.
He hated the jocks. That's
nobody
really
liked
what
him,
it seems like. Yeah.
And then he really hated
these people aren't like us.
Yeah. But then he really hated the jocks when he found out that his love interest, Suzanne Carter, teaching journalism 101, has romantic feelings
for Paul Blake.
And that he cannot stand.
And it's there's a couple weird scenes where he's trying to, I guess, flirt with her in his own way, but it's not working because he's just being a dick.
It's terrible. Your flirting skills are horrible.
But the way that he perceives the conversation is totally different than the way that she does. You know, like the one moment where he calls her by her first name, and then right before she leaves, she calls him Phil.
Yeah.
And then after she's gone, he's like, she called me Phil. It's like, that's what you got out of this entire conversation.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, because that was when she graded the final exams. Or no, it was midterms. She graded the midterms, and, you know, a good majority of the football players are all in her class because they're like, oh, you know, it's just an easy class. It's an easy grade, so we don't need to worry about it. But she actually said, I don't give free rides. You will have to work hard and earn the grade that I give you, which all of them do. But after she's done grading the exams, he shows up and he's like, oh, finished grading them? He's like, I'm just going to go ahead and look them over. And she's like, why on earth would you do that? And he's like, I was really kind of thinking that you might be trying to go easy on them.
He's like, I'm not questioning your judgment. I'm questioning your integrity.
Yeah.
Like,
so
fuck you, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So then she was like, fine, you go ahead and take these exams. You regrade them, but I swear if you change one grade, she's like, I'll take it to the Board of Academics and you can let them know why you were interfering. He goes, you don't want to cross me, Suzanne. And then she's like, up yours, Phil. And then leaves, and his immediate is just, she called me Phil.
Keep it in your pants,
I know. Phil. I mean, Christ.
You're not filling her. I'll tell you that much.
Basically, Phil, just fuck off.
Yeah.
She called me Phil. Can't wait to write about this later in my journal.
So, another scene that stands out to me is when he goes into her class for the first time, you know, and pretty much the whole football team is there.
Right.
And they had already done practice. I think they've even played another game at this point. I could be wrong because the one guy's in the neck brace.
Oh, yeah. That was right after their first game.
And so she comes into the class and he's standing up front because he doesn't know what to do.
No. You're mixing. The first time he came in, they just had practices and everything. But the next time when the guy's in the neck brace, that's when they
he had to write
their papers.
Okay,
they had to write their own papers, and the cowboy guy, Andrew Berninski, his paper was, the handsome, Walter so and so, and then she was like, he placed 8th in the bull wrestling competition. She was like, oh well, look, you've actually have a lead for a news story. And then she was like, and you got all 5 W's. Why, what, when, how.
And of course, who.
Who.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. The other time was when they had to write that paper.
Yeah, but the neck brace scene.
Yeah, neck brace guy, he's like, because somebody had a good view from the bench. And then he does the Batman turn.
Yeah.
Because he can't move his neck, so he had to move his whole entire body.
So I love that part just because of the fact that when he was, she's reading Paul's paper.
It was actually very well written.
Yeah,
too.
very well written. And then she was like, that's a solid opening. And then, he leans forward. He's like, that's because he had a good view from the bench. But then had to do the slow turnaround like, that's right, burn.
Sick burn, Paul. But I can't see you. But
so great.
He had another good moment because this is the same guy that can't catch the football.
No, he drops it every time. He's scared of it.
So one of the other guys who's trying to help him gain some confidence, he's like, just remember,
Charlie Banks.
Don't be afraid of the ball. And he starts juggling some pieces of fruit.
The ball is my friend. The ball is my friend.
But he looks up at the fruit like it's a magic trick.
Yeah, it's like I love magic.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Maze. Oh yeah, a lot of great moments in this, and it's, you have to watch the movie to appreciate at least the football aspect of it because we can't capture all of that in this episode. Are there any other memorable moments that you want to touch on before we end?
Yeah, my favorite. Well, not one of my favorite moments, but another moment that sticks out to me is the little Australian rugger.
Yes.
Because you have this guy from Australia who is here to play American football for this college team. And when it first shows him, everybody's just headbutting their helmets together. But he has no helmet, no pads, nothing on. And he's headbutting someone. And then they stop and he was like, okay, you good?
Yeah, the guy without the helmet asked the guy with the helmet if he's okay.
So then, the coach comes up and he was like, where are your pads, son? He was like, oh, no. He was like, I don't wear pads. He's like, yeah, nah. He's like, where I come from, the only people that wear pads are the referee and the spectators. So they run a play and, it's a little pass play. He catches the ball. Sarge wallops him, knocks him out, and he's just laying on the ground. But I love when Rig comes up and he's like, my God, he held on to the ball. So Ed's like, when he wakes up, get him some pads.
Yeah.
But then Wally right away is like, I don't know.
Pads
might hurt his game.
Yeah, exactly.
Might hurt his game.
But the funny thing
this could slow him down.
Funny thing about this guy is like he's supposed to be Australian, and the actor you told me, which I have no reason not to believe you.
Yeah.
But he sounds like he's like from New Jersey, and even looks like a guy from New Jersey.
I think they have a New Jersey in Australia too.
He would have fit in on Jersey Shore.
Yes, he would have.
Another moment that stands out to me is it's not a funny moment, but it is one of those moments where you're really just like cheering for them, and that's when they're playing against Texas, the Colts.
Right.
And Flat Top, who just keeps leveling Paul just over and over and over.
I think after the 4th or 5th sack that you see, he's standing up, he's like, was that Flat Top again? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, we may want to think about covering him sometime tonight.
Yeah. But the final play of the game, well, one of the final plays of the game.
No, it is the final play of the game.
It is the final.
It's a 2-point conversion.
Manu, he says to Paul, like, he won't touch you.
Right.
But Manu actually checks Flat Top like hard. And it's like as he falls down on the ground, slow motion, you see just the blood just gushing out of his mouth. It's like Zombieland style blood coming out.
But when Manu hits him, dude, like his face mask rips off and everything. So it's like, that's why you can see his
Mike hit.
God. Damn it. But that's why you can see all the blood and you can see his full face is because his face mask is gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah. And this is another typical moment in most of these sports movies in general where the quote unquote the bully, the main bad dude, It gets his
comeuppance.
just desserts.
Yeah.
Yes, his uppins came. That's for sure. It's a casserole, Shayla. It'll come. We're saying the same thing.
Yep. Such a great movie.
It is a very good movie, and it's got the great blend of, just the football athleticism along with the comedy aspect, and it's just, overall just a very entertaining film.
Yeah. It can bring us together as a people.
Yes.
Because it's football, people.
But that's Necessary Roughness, everyone.
Yes. Another fine, fantastic movie.
1991. If you haven't seen it, you know the rest. So I'm not going to make you go through it again. But thank you all for listening to another episode of ours. We appreciate the support again, as always. And don't forget to check out our poll questions on Spotify. You can answer directly from the app without having to go to another website or anything. Sometimes we'll throw in an interesting poll question. You never know. So just be sure to look in the additional description underneath the episode.
Yes, and reach out to us and let us know if there are any movies that we haven't touched on or anything that we've missed.
Yes, please touch on us. The episodes.
And us.
Of course. All right, thanks again, everyone. Until next time, Quotable Podcast.
Out. Let us pray.